Good day, everybody. This is the Ecclesiarch here, back to you with some more Warpforge. And today we're going to be playing some Space Wolves, and we're going to be trying them in Skirmish, because honestly speaking, this faction does seem to be more tailored towards the Skirmish mode, and despite dumping all my gold into the Battle Pass, I still am missing half the cards, so I don't think I'll be able to play Classic with them for a little bit. But, nevertheless, this faction is exceptionally powerful in Skirmish, and the reason for that is that, well, they have the ferocity mechanic. And the deck that I'm going to be showing you today is going to be built around the ferocity mechanic. The Warlord of choice for today is going to be Logan Grimnar. So Logan and Raid Tactics are actually the legendary cards that I managed to roll, and honestly speaking, those two are perfect for this deck. Now, later on, or right now, like, if you guys have some other legendaries, like Fenrisian Monstrosities, or maybe Björn, or also the, I believe the Thunderwolf leader, the one that, Thunderwolf legendary card, I mean, those could also be pretty good in this deck. But honestly speaking, you don't need it too much. I think the key one here is Raid Tactics, because the whole idea is that whenever you trigger Ferocity, you're dealing 2 damage to the enemy Warlord. So that really helps you just push that damage in and finish off the game by just doing those Ferocity pings, basically. Now, Logan, if you don't have him, you could certainly go for Guile, because Guile is also naturally really good with a Ferocity deck, and he's more of a natural combo with Ferocity rather than Logan Grimnar. But the reason I'm running Grimnar is, well, first because I got him, so I wanted to try him a lot. But apart from that, there is actually a good reason for that. So Logan Grimnar comes with an ability called Tirnak and Fenrir. So this is the card that starts in your hand and gets cheaper like every time you use this ability. Now in Skirmish, if you just start with High King on turn 1, next turn you could technically play Tirnak and Fenrir, because you would have 1 reserve energy, which would mean that you would go to 6 energy instead of 5, and this would go 1 cheaper because of the ability here, and you would play this for 6. And the reason why you usually want to do that is that I found yesterday when I was playing this faction on the stream that one of the hardest things for Space Wolves to deal with is actually like the duelist warlords, like warlords that just go for self buff like Titus or Imhotep, and not go for like playing things on the board, because most of your things like Ferocity and Hunter Mark basically work on enemy troops, not the Warlord, right, in most cases. So that really can put Space Wolves in a weird situation, because most of their cards are reactive, not proactive. But with Logan, you do get Tirnak and Fenrir, which is an extremely powerful card in its own right, and together with something like a great Hunter Pack leader, it can be devastating. Now, all the other things in the deck basically are Ferocity. We got the Blood Claws, just to deal some extra damage and cycle them, and Blackmane Reivers, just to get a little bit of card draw. Then we have Fenrisian Wolves, probably one of our main things here, because Fenrisian Wolves are crazy. This is probably the card that's gonna get hit by a nerf bat the first, because holy hell is this powerful. This can just annihilate the enemy board, and if you have your Raid Tactics on, the Fenrisian Wolves with those tides and Ferocities can deal a ton of damage while also wiping the board. We have 1 Hunt Pack leader. Mostly this is there to buff our Tirnak and Fenrir, but it can do other things as well. We do have 1 Hunter's Guile for more card draw, because the thing is, when you use your Fenrisian Wolves, each one of them is just going to be running back into the deck, so it's going to fill up your deck really quickly together with other Ferocity stuff, because it's just going back into your deck over and over again, and sometimes you are going to need that emergency card draw, and only Logan's card draw is not enough. So I do choose to run 1 copy of Hunter's Guile. Then there's 1 Thunderwolf Cavalry Pack Leader. I really like this because with the Hunter Mark, it does give +1 damage to your units this turn. So comboed with my defense card of choice, and the only one I have, Orbital Defenses, this can get a very good board-wide buff. Now, if I did have Björn or something else, probably I would replace Thunderwolf Cavalry Pack Leader. Otherwise, it's pretty good. Also, you have your Wulfen, which is your hard removal. This is going to help you deal with big units of the enemy as well as stealth units, so extremely important card. Plus, it's just a rare, so you can get it easily. And then we also have the Fenrisian Drop Pod, which is probably the Space Wolves' maybe the strongest card, because this card is absolutely nutty. It drops you 3 of these guys, and they put hunter marks on the enemy. And if you combo that with Thunderwolf Cavalry, it can be devastating. Anyway, so this is the take that I have currently on Space Wolves. And without further ado, let's just dive right in and let's see what we can do with them. So let's see if we can just climb the ladder a bit. Okay, so we got Guile as our first opponent. Arcane Terror, alright. So, now I could just play a Bloodclaw, but I think I'm just gonna draw a card here, make Ternak and Fenrir cheaper, and now since I'm going to be getting at 6 energy, I'm just gonna be dropping them down right away. Now, the issue here is, there is a good chance that he may have the Thunderwolf, not the Thunderwolf, sorry, but rather the Wulfen card. So what I probably want to do here is still, I do want to play Ternak and Fenrir, and I want to see what happens. So if he does have the Wulfen, he will have to waste all his, well, most of his energy on it, so it's going to be pretty important. So let's just drop it right there. Let's pass the turn for a little bit. So if he has the Wulfen pack leader, it can actually destroy Ternak and Fenrir. If he does not have this, however, he might be in trouble because next turn that's going to be very ugly. So we'll see how that rolls. I do have double Fenrisian Drop Pod also to play whenever. So I think this is going to heavily depend on whether we get the raid tactics early or not, or maybe he is the first one to get the raid tactics. It's really going to depend a lot on who gets that first, because whoever does get it is going to deal a lot of damage, so that's going to be a big deal. By the way, yeah, it's a troop, so we're getting troops and not... Okay, alright. I guess that works. We're gonna take a lot of hunter marks there, unfortunately for us, but nevertheless, that is still not too bad for me. Okay, alright, so what does this do? Attack an enemy troop, so he does have to target that if he wishes to attack with it, so that's pretty good for me. So what we do here is we definitely are gonna play our drop pod, and we're gonna drop our boys here, just like he did basically. Okay, that's absolutely beautiful. And with Ternak and Fenrir, we just start smashing. And this card does heal when it attacks, so it's pretty good. So we can also get this. We just take this out. And I guess we could also smack him on the face. So there's that. So fortunately he wasn't able to destroy this right off the bat, so now he's got a really serious target to deal with. I think there's a ton of ways he could, like maybe he could play the Fenrisian Wolf, or maybe he could play, well, Wulfen wouldn't really work here, because Wulfen is not good when there's multiple troops on the board. It's really good at taking out that tall unit, right? Okay, so he's got his Fenrisian Wolves. Okay, that's one. He doesn't get a full board clear, which is really good. Okay, so he chose to do the drop pod. That makes a lot of sense, honestly, because he can take it out for free, and he's going to be in a good position overall. Basically going to be drop pod gaming. What would be really good for me right now, I think it would be the Thunderwolf Cavalry, actually, because that would be a lot of damage. Okay, what does he take there? Maybe the damage one? Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. That's probably what he wanted to use there. So, do we get the Thunderwolf, though? We do not, but we do get Raid Tactics, and Raid Tactics is going to be pretty insane, honestly. So, how do we want to do this, is the question. I think we just do the wolves, basically, and call it a day, right? So that's what we want to be doing here. So that's going to be a lot of damage to his face, because every single time these wolves go and attack something, he's just going to deal 2 damage to him, which really adds up, honestly. So we really do prefer to get rid of the one with the hunter mark. Alright. So just keep this single hunter on the board. We do get Drop Pod and Fenrisian Wolf, and fortunately now that we have raid tactics, we do have a natural advantage against him, because he hasn't played it yet. If he does play it, then it's gonna get a little interesting. Nope. No raid tactics yet. Another Blackmane Reiver. Okay, he's cycling there. Makes a lot of sense. Maybe he's looking for a dreadnought or something. Okay, Thunderwolf Cavalry, that makes a lot of sense, actually, because it's gonna help him remove. Does he go face though? Probably he does. So what we do want to do here, however, is the following thing. I am gonna do my drop pod. Just drop these bad boys here. Boom, boom, boom. And I also want to do this. That is perfect. So that is going to be huge damage right there. There we go. It's 5 damage to the face. So we attack again. And we actually draw. Okay. So he's at 4 HP. He could still heal up because he does get the drop pod again, because drop pod is basically unending. Oh, now he got the raid tactics. This could get a little bit ugly. Bro. If it goes face with that, that means he has a chance of lethal. If he doesn't go face with that, then probably means there is a chance that he is not holding lethal. That's quite alright, I'd say. Nothing too serious with that. Okay, back to the deck with ya. Back to the deck with that as well. And does the hunter mark? Makes sense. He wants to heal a little bit. Ah, so he's trying to conserve as much HP as he can. Now, here's my question to the audience. Does this work if there's no troop on the board? I wonder, though. I'll quickly draw a card here. Yeah, let's try. What have I got to lose, right? Yeah, it works. Huh. Never thought it worked this way, but well, what do you know? It does. Well, then it means that we win. GG. Because it's a random troop, it makes sense, I guess, because it's randomly hitting, right? It's not... It doesn't have a target, so even if there's no target on the board, you still get to finish them off. Yeah, that's pretty good. I'd say that's pretty good. Alright then. Let's see what we get as our next opponent. Let's hope there's not another mirror. Oh, it is, okay. Wonder if it's the same guy again. Possible. And I do have raid tactics in my hand though, which is great. Nope. Same icon though. What? That's crazy. Not expecting... I was not expecting that. That's a very weird... coincidence, gotta say.
You are here, just as the dreams foretold. This is the start of a saga.
So what do we want to do here? I guess we do want to play this. I guess Tirnak and Fenrir can wait a little bit, because this guy is playing very aggressive and we do want to get the board control back for a little bit. I'm upset that we could not keep the extra energy, but well, what you gonna do? Alright, Blackmane, fine. Wall, fine. Again a Blackmane, sure. He's probably gonna go for... Yep, that makes sense. Tempest Wrath. It's gonna take only 2 damage, but here's the thing. If that's how we are playing, and he just wants to be like re-rolling those things, I got a great idea then. I'm just going to do this, and I'm just gonna start cycling as well. The problem for him here is that I am going to win that because I already got my raid tactics. That's why I say raid tactics is probably the most important legendary. And plus, since I am playing Grimnar, I do naturally get more HP than him, so that is a big deal. So to have the Wulfen pack leader if he drops a Dreadnought there, which I think he's not gonna. Yep, no Dreadnought. Does play a Drop Pod. Interesting. So, does he play the stuff from the Drop Pod? That's the question. He should. If he doesn't, that's a mistake. Because their Wulfen pack leader exists, right? And it can counter this very efficiently. Okay, sure, sure. It's not bad at all. Yeah, he made a mistake there. Very unfortunate for him, but what you gonna do, right? There we go. Then we do this. Smack him again. Smack him again. Boom. And just in case we draw a card, so... Yeah, it's not looking too good for him. Getting raid tactics early is just nuts. If you're playing a ferocity deck, like, that's the card you can't really play without. Logan's extra HP is good, but Njal is also pretty nice. So, here's the thing. Now I don't have any troops on the board. So that puts him in a trash situation, because his wolves can't really do anything here. So, they can't go face. So, like, there's nothing happening, basically. But the problem for him is that I can go face. Not go face, I mean, but I can use my wolves to damage him, because now he's got troops on the board. So that kind of puts him in a very bad situation. Yep. GG.
Just as the dreams foretold.
GG. It's kind of stupid that raid tactics is gonna decide a lot here on who's going to be winning. It's kind of a toxic design in that sense, because there's just too many good ferocity units. So in Skirmish, it's just nutty. Ooh, we got a Tau player, nice. Something different. Oh my god, and I got raid tactics again. Why are we so lucky though? Sometimes makes me feel a little bit bad to be that lucky, but
you will soon learn of the
can't just get the raid
Firecast's
tactics.
true
We don't
strength.
care. Okay, so how do we want to do this, boys? Funny enough, did you guys know that these things can attack in the air? If you didn't, well, now you do. Look at this shit, man. It's crazy. That is not... That is not normal. That is not okay. Worst part about this deck, it's cheap. Like, you can get it very easily. And what's funny is that, like, you can just open some packs, then get level 10 in the Forge, which is like really fast, and just use the wild card for raid tactics, and that's it. Game over. Okay, so how do the Tau deal with this is the question. I don't think there's really much he can do. Do Tau even get anti-stealth? I don't think they do, right? And what we can do here is we play the Grey Hunter. It's gonna bring this up to 7. Then we play the Thunderwolf Cavalry, and it's going to buff everybody by 1, and then we just go face and it's game over. Because that's gonna be... I believe that's gonna be 16 plus 3 damage. Yeah, it's gonna be around 19 damage next turn. Just pretty friggin' insane. Ooh, not if he plays an Enforcer Battlesuit. That is possible. In that case, we change the tactic. We don't play the Thunderwolf Cavalry Pack Leader. Instead, we play triple Fenrisian Wolf into Pack Leader. So we don't need the we need the Thunderwolf. Yeah, that's the play. That's 1. That's 2. And you know what I'm gonna do? This is actually how we're gonna do it. So that these wolves actually stay on the board. Yeah, he's down at 1 HP. Now I can just play a Wulfen Pack Leader and he just explodes. The hell is up with the health on this thing though? Holy hell, 9 HP. Yeah.
Does not wait for the hunter.
Yeah, that's no good. That's no good. We're still at 1 HP. No, GG. Okay. Moving on to the next game. We are going to hit the legend rank very, very soon with this. We think we need like 2 more wins in a row to do that. Actually, let's also make sure that the bots are off so we don't get bot matchups. Because I think all of you want to see this deck in action and not against bots. Okay, we got Oricon, and I got raid tactics. Is this rigged? That's getting a little bit annoying, I'm not gonna lie, guys. That is getting a little bit annoying.
Your pitiful mortality will be your ruin.
Something's not right about that. Now, this guy might be playing scarabs. Do I have anything to answer the scarabs? Not sure if I do, actually, so, do I just play raid tactics? No, I think I play this. And I play Tirnak and Fenrir next turn, right? Yeah. I think that's the play. Yeah, there's the scarabs. Oh, it's not too scary, is it? Is it? What do you think, guys? Is that scary? It might be. Oh, I actually burned the card there. Bad move by me. Bad move by me, but okay. Do we have enough AoE? Since we don't have Björn, we don't have the necessary AoE to deal with this, right? Maybe one AoE card might be in order if you face a lot of scarabs. Well, we'll see. Oh, that's not good. That is no good, actually. That is no good. Oh. Nasty business. All right. Give me a moment. We do have to take this out. And I think what we do is this. Let's also do this. Take this out. I guess also do this. And do this. Okay, that's very good. That is very good. This is what is going to do it. Yeah. This is what is gonna do it. Okay, he's got another one, obviously. It's typical for the Scarab decks to be running that, so it's understandable. Okay, that's pretty good. More healing for me. That's really gonna help with the whole Scarab problem. The whole healing bit. Why would he do that though? Okay, couldn't he just... Okay. Maybe I'm missing something here. Okay. Gonna have to punch that. Okay, alright, that works. So what do we do about this? I think we know exactly what we're gonna do about this, right? So we're first going to do this. The traditional move. And these wolves are now gonna cost cheaper. Thus, they're gonna cause big problems for him. Now, one thing that we do have to keep in mind is... actually, wait a minute. Oh, you can't do it. That's unfortunate. This can do it though. So I'm kind of regretting not playing Raid Tactics, but I'm not sure if I hadn't played Tirnak and Fenrir there, that things would have been good. If I would... But then again, yeah, sure. Ooh. That's a scary thing there, but not scary enough, honestly. I think not scary enough, right? Still going face, What?
Clearly, I need to go back in time
Okay.
and make adjustments.
Well, I'll take that win. I think he should not have gone face, but whatever, man. Our thing is very broken, so I'm not surprised. How to win with Space Wolves. Get raid tactics in your hand every single game.
No steel shall speak. At once, dark angels, redden your
The
blades.
true Space Wolf guide, guys. How are we getting... Well, I mean, I guess it makes sense because there's only 12 cards in the deck, but still, it's pretty crazy. Well, at least we didn't even use it in that last game, right? In some games, this is going to be huge. In some games, not too huge, but is what it is, I guess. Oh, so just drops a Terminator. That's fine with me. We're definitely playing Terna... Wait a minute. 3, 3, 2. Yeah, it's not enough. So what I was counting here was if he plays his anti-stealth, does he kill these guys? And no, it is actually 1 HP off. Unless he uses a defense card as well. Yeah, the HP on these wolves has to go down, honestly. Way too hard to remove.
The hunt never ends.
I think.
Duty
Oh yeah,
calls
this is not looking good for him. These guys are gonna destroy the board now. It's good that he attacked. He should, honestly. So we play raid tactics. We drop this. We buff this. Becomes a basically a raid boss. We hit face with it. We take some damage to the face. We do this. Oh my god. It's not very nice. So, if he does not use some sort of hard removal here, he's done, I think. Because I don't remember if Dark Angels get any stuns. I do believe they don't. So, most he can do is either do the hard removal on this. It costs exactly 7, by the way. Or he has to drop a very big frontline unit here. Nothing really helps him. It's 11 HP. It's about to potentially become even stronger, so... Well, he's thinking. Yeah, Land Raider Vengeance is one thing you could do, but it's still not enough. Not Land Raider, sorry, Land Speeder. Oh no, I take it back. Now it's enough. Fair enough, he actually found a very good way of dealing with it. So, he's still in the game, boys. It's not gonna do much though. Because for unknown reasons, our wolves can jump and attack airborne targets, right?
You will not live to see our victory.
Oh boy. Nice. Should not have dropped a unit. Think that's lethal, by the way. Maybe you guys see it. I do see it. Well, I see a potential lethal, at least. Yeah, that's a lethal. That is lethal. Yeah, GG. Pretty nasty. Okay, that does bring us to the legendary rank. Play one more game. Okay, we got a mirror against Ragnar.
The wolf stalks no more. Now steel shall speak.
Your hunter has your scent.
I like Ragnar's ability, but I can't help but think that it's kind of underwhelming compared to everybody else's, so... And let's do this.
This is where my saga begins.
Okay. We are still getting Tirnak and Fenrir next turn. And he'll have to do that Wulfen. Or, if he plays something huge, I could play a Wulfen myself. Yeah, I think that does call for a Wulfen. Yeah, let's throw that back in the deck.
You will not live to see our victory.
So we get 7 energy next turn. What do we do for 7 energy? Ooh, what is this again? When an enemy with hunt mark dies. Okay. This is gonna be 6 when we play this. I'm not gonna have enough damage to remove it, so... Do I just do this? I think I have to do this, right? Not much point otherwise. Continue dealing that damage to his face. And not give him any targets. Less targets we give him, the better it is, because as I've said, most Space Wolf decks thrive on targeting troops. Fortunately for us, with the Ferocity deck and a couple of things we got here, a couple of toys, we basically don't only depend on that. Okay, now he plays the wolf. See what I mean? Like, this could have been a very... not a very, but it could have been quite a damaging turn, but it wasn't, because, well... You know why. So, what do we want to do, though? What's gonna help? What's gonna help us here? I think we start with the Reiver. Yeah, that's very good. We dropped the pod here. Yeah, that's pretty good. I think we misplayed. Maybe Thunderwolf. Cavalry was the play, right? Oh, that's fine. We can still do it. There we go.
Let the battle reckoning be counted by the score.
Mm-hmm. Not looking too good for him. I don't think I risk the Wulfen, right? Probably not.
No great champion dies clean.
Here we go. Let's not risk leaving anything on the board. Here we go. Now he's down to 5.
Bring them Fang. Bring them Fury.
Yeah, that makes sense. He should heal. Yeah, I believe that's good game. GG. Well played to the opponent. Though, I think our deck is a little bit more fine-tuned. Yeah, guys, so probably as you're noticing already, this is quite busted, right? Like, I think that it already looks like something that was specifically made to punish Skirmish. But, well, enjoy it while you can. So, if you're currently playing Space Wolves and looking for something that doesn't need too many legendaries, there you go. Just grab Raid Tactics and jump right in. If you have Logan, use Logan. If you don't have Logan, or maybe if you like Njal better, just get Njal. If you don't have either, start from Ragnar, but work your way up to either one of them. So, leave a comment and tell me what you think. Ecclesiarch out.